Guys, third time's the charm.
Welcome to Never Game Alone.
Yeah, there we go. Professionals.
Welcome to Never Game Alone. WWE, Smackdown, chat, rumors, discussions, all the fun stuff. First off, we got Tafari, CK, and Knight Rider back there. So
There was a lot going on.
There was a lot going on. It was our first 3-hour SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It was very nice. Still the same amount of commercials, though.
A+. I'm not going to say it was S, because I'm sure they'll do better.
Oh, yeah.
But it was definitely A+.
Still the same amount of commercials, though. That's never going to change. But
we're going to get into a lot of that as we go down. Some of the things that are just so consistent, so always right on it. And I didn't send him. I'm gonna start sending Tafari the notes.
You can send it to me right now.
Then we have to print it up on stream, and I'm not gonna worry about all that.
Well, okay. You could just send it to Discord, but okay.
We had some stuff to do between streams.
Yeah, we're
going to his hair blonde, that's all.
It's been busy.
Okay, so Cody started the show.
Oh, yeah.
Which I kind of half expected. Cody starting the show.
Yeah, his.
You know, basically, I usually ask you what you want to talk about, but tonight I know what you want to talk about. It's the same thing I want to talk about.
Kevin Owens at Royal Rumble, their ladder match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and I guess also the.
It's both titles. It's one title, but it's both titles.
Yeah.
So it's a little confusing. Oh, and by the way, I found my rings that I had lost, so I'm wearing them at least for right now. Anyway, then of course you had, once again, Drew McIntyre. Yeah. That was a whole...
Comes out with his... And he hugs him.
Yeah, and Cody genuinely had a super, super confused look.
I don't think... Okay, maybe this is just me. I don't think that was scripted. I think he just came out there and, like, just threw that at him. maybe it was, but it like, that shock looked so genuine.
It did that, like... What? Hold on a second. Back this up.
But yeah, Drew comes out there and he's like, you know, these people expect something of me or whatever, but I'm not out here to hurt you. I'm not out here to attack you. I'm out here to help you. Oh. And
he started the same stuff he started with Seth. Who else? Was there one? I think it seems like there was two.
Seth.
But maybe it was just Seth. But he's like, you need to stop. You're going too fast. It was basically the same speech from Seth to Cody.
Yeah, like, you know, you need to worry about your neck and yada yada.
Your knee and your health and everything else. You're trying to be here every week. Let it go.
Yeah, you know, you've been the quarterback. He basically went on sucking WWE's non-mentionables. You know, saying that this is the best WWE has ever been, the most views it's ever had, you know, the best wrestlers we've ever had, and Cody Rhodes has been the quarterback of it all, but he needs to stop. He needs to slow down, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, Cody comes out. Really, sorry. Yeah, I mean, he comes out and he says, you know, I would love to tell you that you're a great wrestler, that you've done all these great things, but I don't believe you. And then you have Drew, like, what does Drew, his usual,
like, look, I'm just trying to tell you, you know, I've got your back. Yeah. I'm not gonna hurt you.
And then he walks out of the...
I've always got your back.
Yeah.
And then he steps out of the ring and he's like, and by the way, remember.
You should watch your back.
You should watch your back.
And then Kevin Owens comes up behind like a little bitch and hits Cody in the back of the head.
And that's not even the problem. He just got done saying, I got your back. And Drew walks up away.
I don't know what that was all about, genuinely.
Like, what? What? I was so confused. I'm like, you just got done telling Cody, don't worry, buddy, I got you.
Yeah, I'm here to help you. And then proceeds to not help him at all. But yeah, then, KO comes out, hits him in the back of the head. They start brawling. And who would have guessed? Nick Aldis rushes. Actually, I don't even know if.
I don't think Nick walked out that time.
But still,
they pulled it apart pretty quick.
Yeah, he had a shit ton of security. Well, I wouldn't even say security. Like, just guys in suits, referees pulling them apart. And
but it ended pretty quick. Like,
yeah,
that wasn't like it usually is.
Where they fight for 15 minutes backstage, pushing through security guards, yada yada. So that was nice.
And then it went to the commercial. They came back and kind of had the little thing at the bottom of the next Saturday night main event is January 25th.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of did the whole Shinsuke Andrade match, like getting them to the ring, all that. It was actually a really good match.
It was.
Andrade was dominating.
Oh yeah, he was whooping Shinsuke's ass for the majority of that match. And if I remember correctly, Shinsuke revealed the top turnbuckle, got hit into it, and he kicked out like 2, 3, 4 times, something like that, and then it basically ended with him just like knocking Andrade. Like Andrade was up on the top rope trying to hit him with something or other, and Shinsuke basically just like drops him, makes him hit his head on the metal turn post, and it is metal, but point being, and he just falls off, and then Shinsuke.
But, the part is he didn't hit his head.
Yeah, but
they kind of like hit the.
Yeah, like boom, and then he's unconscious, and then Shinsuke hits him with the. It's not the coup de grace, the Kinshasa. Yeah.
Something like
that. And then he wins the match.
I don't remember exactly how it's pronounced. Kinshasa.
Something along those lines. Words are hard.
And then LA Knight comes out, beats the hell out of Shinsuke.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Turnabout's fair play. Like, how many times did he attack him? And
I was very surprised there was no mist, honestly, considering they made that such like an integral part. And once again, like I said, this is like several weeks back at this point, but like when the Bloodline came out, attacked LA Knight, yeah, like a snake bearing its fangs type of thing. I thought that was really cool. It shows that he always has that trick up his sleeve if he really needs it type thing. But it didn't come out here. And I kind of liked that, but at the same time, like, it felt like such a cheap victory. Like, it felt like, it's like we said, Shinsuke was getting his ass kicked for 90% of the match, and then he hits one move, and then it's over. It just felt like a cheap ending, to me anyway.
Again, this goes to what we've talked about several times. This next part, it goes to backstage with Pretty Deadly confronting Apollo Crews.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why'd you say you saw it? You didn't, the whole, like, you contradicted us, made us, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then Santos, Los Barribos, or I can never remember their name. So I usually Santo Escobar and his little group shows up and attacks
Pretty Deadly
for lying on them. And again, what happens after that? Nick shows up instantaneously. Like, almost the second the fight breaks out, like, he in the other room going, I hear a noise. Instead of Adam Pearce going, there's a noise outside. Let's turn the TV up louder.
Yeah. he runs down there, breaks the fight up, and says, no, get your asses out to the ring. It's going to be a match.
Well, no, that one wasn't a match yet.
Was it?
No.
Or was that later?
That was,
or was
Nick shows it up, breaks it up, tells Santos' crew to leave, and tells Pretty Deadly, we need to talk.
Right, that's it.
And
I'm just so used to him just like stop the shit, get out to the ring and deal with your beef.
Pretty Deadly are talking to Nick. DIY shows up and tells Nick Apollo is lying, and Nick says, "My eyes are connected to my brain. I don't know what the plans are, but you're up to something."
Oh yeah, and of course they were, because then
That's a little later on, but DIY is like...
DIY basically says, you know, we know what you guys want. You scratch our backs, you want a shot at the World Heavyweight titles. You know, it's very important that we leave Phoenix tonight as your WWE champions, because then we make the line, basically, type shit.
Yeah, the normal crap. Then we went to the Piper and Michin match.
That was a great match.
That was actually pretty good.
And I don't think I can't even...
we can go to the whole Chelsea thing. There is some things... Chelsea comes out there dressed in her little American flag Wonder Woman attire.
But I was mainly going to point that I don't think she got, like, involved. I mean, she might have tried to, but she didn't, like, actually get involved in the match.
She tried, I think, once, if I remember
But
correctly.
got her ass whooped.
Yeah.
Or got scared off.
Michin did the whole little twerk thing.
Oh, that's right.
Basically taunting Chelsea. That was beautiful.
And Michael Cole said something about it, but I can't remember for the life of me.
I don't remember exactly.
I wish that's one thing I wish I would have wrote down, but alas.
But then you had, which I didn't know until I actually looked at some of the people talking about the match. Everybody was standing up saluting Chelsea Green. The whole hand over. It was the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Why?
But Chelsea has a friend that was in the audience. And she was also standing up saluting, whatever, hand over heart for Chelsea. And you might not know who she is. Knight Rider back here will know who she is. Was Vanessa Hudgens.
The name sounds vaguely familiar.
She was High School Musical.
No, I never watched that.
She was Gabrielle?
Yep.
I couldn't think of her name. It's been a while.
10-4, over and out.
But Michin wound up winning that match.
Yeah, fair and square too, which was...
Yeah, but again, I like Piper. It's really hard for me not to cheer for Piper. I mean, granted, it's Michin, Mia Yim, whatever. I grew up calling her Mia Yim when she was wrestling before, and they changed her name to Michin, which means crazy.
That's a fitting name.
So, then we saw Paul Heyman walking backstage with like a purpose. He had like that.
Yeah, and then he...
hold on. Then it cuts to the commercial.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing we see when it comes back is Paul's in the ring.
Oh, well, no, I was going to talk about how he was walking down. I was talking about, like, backstage. He's walking down, and then he sees the metal detector, and he's like, ugh, and sidesteps it. I just thought that was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah, okay. I need to put that in the notes.
Oh, I think you're getting a call from Sissy.
No. You should check out...
Give us one moment, everybody. Oh yeah, Paul Heyman is a little fucking snake. Like you said last night, I wouldn't trust him as far as.
Well, we're gonna get to that point here in a sec.
Oh. You're so rotten.
Okay. Where was I at? Okay, then it gets to Heyman in the ring.
Mm.
And his promo, like 99.9% of his promos are really, really good.
Oh yeah, he's phenomenal at what he does.
You know, I mean, Solo Sikoa was always supposed to be the next tribal chief.
In the future.
Yeah, the future tribal chief. It was never meant to be now. It was going to be Roman, and when Roman finally decided it was time for him to back away, then it would be Solo. Roman didn't choose this. Solo chose this.
Yeah,
We prepped Solo. Me and Roman prepped Solo to be the tribal chief.
And then he stole the Ulafala, and he knew that no sane man would ever acknowledge him, so he went out and he got these dirty animals.
Yeah.
You know, Tama Tonga, Tama Loa, who aren't even welcome in the United States. Jacob Fatu, who's not even welcome in the United States prison system, for God's sakes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that. And then, of course, you know, Solo comes down there. And what I absolutely hated, I know it was just Paul out there, but they should have done something else with the whole microphone thing. I hated that. And that might have been a foreshadowing of the future, but I'm going to get into that in a second. With the handing him, when he went, when Solo went like this, you could see Paul hesitant, but then he, like, set it in his hand. And he set it in there like he always did with Roman, which was a sign in my brain. You know, like, if you're handing somebody the mic, you know, you're handing them like this. What I would have done personally, if, again, I'll get to the point, but if you're really just not wanting to play nice,
Well,
it could have been the whole...
Yeah, but at the same time, Paul did also say, you know, I just want you to know I'm like 10 seconds from pissing my pants.
I do have that written down. So, but the point I'm getting at is, and it's what a lot of people are talking about, is that Paul, and we kind of said it last night, Paul's a snake.
Oh, 100%.
Paul is a filth, and I don't mind snakes. Don't take it that I don't like snakes. I've touched snakes, whatever, all that stuff. But
Paul Heyman is a slimy, dirty little snake.
yeah, he will do everything in his power as long as it benefits Paul.
Pretty much, yeah.
If Paul can get a benefit out of it,
He's gonna
better believe it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's a little benefit, it's going to happen. Then that kind of ended, and they had the DIY.
Well, we didn't mention what Solo Sikoa said about...
Oh, yeah. I didn't write that down. That was a whole big...
Yeah.
That was a whole big
he basically said, so we all know that you owe CM Punk a favor. So how about I owe you a favor? I need somebody to hold the Ulafala for me during the tribal combat match. And I want you to, I want you to hold it. So that if Roman defeats me, you can put the Ulafala around his neck and I will acknowledge him as my tribal chief. But when I beat Roman Reigns, and I will, you put the Ulafala around my neck and everyone will acknowledge me.
And you will be my wise man.
Forever. Oh. I'm sorry, we didn't even see anyone in the chat. How's it going?
Oh, it must have been saying facts about Paul Heyman being a slimy little snake.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, we were so wrapped up. We're not used to anyone actually hopping into these and chatting.
But yeah, then we had the DIY Motor City Machine Guns match, kind of after all that. And again, I don't like where DIY is at right now. And I want the Motor City Machine Guns to win. And don't get me wrong. The Motor City... that is a lot of words to say. We are just talking about what happened on Smackdown. You're more than welcome to add to the conversation.
Yeah.
Now that we know you're here.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, thank you. We do it every Saturday and Tuesday, and we haven't done pay-per-views yet, but we really haven't had one since we kind of started doing this. So
Yeah. So it's just
we're
gonna be a matter of
we're gonna
time.
get that far.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we had the.
Thank you.
See, I told you it worked.
It doesn't work on my end.
Well, yeah, because you're on a Xbox and Xboxes are funky.
But
Anyway, yeah, we had the Motor City Machine Gun.
That is a lot to say all at once with like words like
Motor City Machine Gun match.
Word, yeah.
That's
And
like
again,
that's like 4 M's in a row.
And like I said, I like the Motor City Machine Guns. I really, really, really do.
Oh no, we were talking about the overhead display of like when we get a follow. Anyway, Motor City Machine Gun.
I really like the Motor City Machine Guns. I just think they're past their prime,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And I know a lot of people still really, really like the Motor City Machine Guns. And I did 5 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that match was a whole fiasco. I knew there was going to be interference.
Oh yeah, you had Pretty Deadly who came down there like halfway through, tried to interfere, cost Motor City Machine Guns. They failed, and then
Santos and his group
came down, chased after Pretty Deadly, and then after that, the match continued on.
Then they spilled it back into the ring.
And then it caused a disqualification,
Yeah.
so DIY got to walk away champions.
Now the moment, or at least part of the moment, that everybody's talking about. But we're gonna get to this part first. Tiffy was not backstage.
No, she was not.
No one had
And
seen it all
Niall
night.
was worried where Tiffy was. And Candace
Yep,
like, don't worry, I got
exactly.
your back.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, everybody's talking about it. But we're going to get to that.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all have donations turned on? I can't.
We do. We are not affiliates
yeah.
yet.
I don't think we can get donations until we
We're
get that.
affiliate, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're still little guppies. We have like 20 followers. We need like 50 of them. I think.
Yeah, it's 50.
Well, no, I know that, but I'd assume you need to be an affiliate to do donations. You need.
Yeah, because I think they set it up. Hold on, give us one sec. Trying to see how that works.
Oh.
Then you have to set that
However,
up.
it's become.
Come on.
Wait, you don't? Do you need a Twitch? You can set an account on PayPal or whatever you prefer site. Oh,
We'll have to do that for next
I didn't. I had no idea. I thought that was something we'd had to wait to become an affiliate for. We'll have to. We'll have to set that up after the stream.
We
Shit.
didn't know we could do that. We were waiting to become affiliate. So hey.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, man. That's really cool of you.
We'll have it by next time we stream.
Yeah.
Because we'll definitely get that set up. But yeah, you're more than welcome to stick around. Because like I said, we thought we had to become affiliates in order to do that.
Yeah.
After, like I said, we're kind of new.
Yeah,
the whole
we've only
Twitch
been
thing.
doing this like a month or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, after we're done here on talking about SmackDown, CK over here is gonna go and play some Warframe, I believe,
I
right?
think it's Warframe tonight.
Yeah, at 8, you said?
Yeah,
You're gonna move it?
I'm gonna move it to 8.
Yeah.
Because we haven't eaten yet.
Yeah, still gotta get dinner.
But yeah, we're on. Look at actually, if you type in the chat, ! Discord, you can join our Discord also.
Yeah.
We have we'll talk about just about anything.
Yeah, WWE comics. Streamed for like three times and got like $10. Shit! We should have turned that on a long time ago. Maybe we'd be rich by now.
Anyway, but
yeah, we'll definitely have to.
yeah, thanks for joining the Discord there.
Thank you for letting us know we could get money already. Shit.
I know, right? We learned something today. Anyway, okay. Now we're getting to the good part.
Yeah.
We're getting to the nitty gritty of the part that everybody's talking about.
Yep.
Okay, but Tiffy was missing backstage, which really had Nia like flipping out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Because she didn't know what Tiffy was up to. And I think we were all...
Oh, yeah, we were all anticipating something happening that night. And it did, but we'll get to that.
Get over here.
Carmelo confronts... I love it. Carmelo confronts Sammy. The Usos walk up behind Carmelo. It's like, everything alright?
He's like, yeah, we got a problem here. And he's like, nah, guys, I got it. You know, this is some lightweight. And then they walk around him behind Sam. He's like, nah, I don't think you understand. We got a problem here. And Sam was like, no, we ain't got a problem. You know, Carmelo was just here telling me about how next time we go around it, I'm going to be light work for him. And then Carmelo just walks off. So... that was funny.
It was pretty beautiful. Like, I love the Usos, man. When they are on, they are on.
Oh, yeah. It was some good shit.
Exactly.
When they are on, they are on. You know, the whole, like, is there a problem? No, there's not a problem. I got this. No. Turn around. No. Do we have a problem? It was absolutely gorgeous.
It was some good shit.
Exactly, yes.
And then another really, really, really cool part, and there was a lot to this part too. Cody was walking backstage. Nick stops him and is like, dude, you got to stop. You're not clear to wrestle. You got to go quit trying to pick fights, you know. The whole spiel.
Yeah, the usual. And he basically goes, you know, as much as you have the right to suspend me from the ring, as much as you have the right to send me off to do a million in promotions, you know, go after sign autographs, all that till the sun comes up, I have the right to, I can't remember the exact wording he said, but basically, you know, be the champion.
Yeah.
And he says, you know, from now on, this is how it's gonna work. If I see Kevin Owens, or even anyone who looks like Kevin Owens, I drop them on sight. So, that was pretty good. Alright, cool. We'll see you in the Discord after we're done here, and we can just talk about anything,
yeah, like
really.
I said, we got a comic book section, we got a wrestling section, we got a movies, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we got all...
And like I said, if people want more stuff for one thing, we'll jump and start doing that.
Yeah.
I ain't got no problem.
We're basically just trying to, you know, make a little community to hang out, have fun, talk about some goofy shit.
And then it comes to the match.
Oh, right, because the Bloodline thing is the final match, which is...
Naomi and Nia.
Mm-hmm.
And they also announced something that I really, really do not like during that whole match. And that is that Lillian Garcia is now permanently Smackdown. And the Smackdown one has gone to Raw. I don't like that they switched the two. Like ring announcers.
Weird.
I'm sorry, I will always be a Lillian Garcia fan. I was sad the day she left. I know you weren't watching when because she's been gone for a while until she came back.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you're such a little brat.
yeah, so the match started. It was actually pretty back and forth.
Oh yeah, it was a great match. Like Naomi was definitely holding her own, you know.
I mean, she was knocking Nia around a little bit.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like if what happened didn't happen, she could have won that. Like genuinely, because she's beaten Nia before. She's pinned her 1, 2, 3. So I feel like Naomi could have won it. But what happened was infinitely cooler, so I'm not going to complain.
Mm-hmm.
And then Candice tried to interfere, distracted the ref. Then Bianca attacked Candice.
Mm-hmm. And then
Nia attacked Bianca.
The usual back and forth nonsense. And then the music hits.
Then it's Tiffy time!
Yep. She comes running down to the ring with a referee in tow.
I was pissed. We'll get to that.
Oh, this little goofball. His name is Cecil. He's a rotten brat, spoiled as can be, but we love him.
Yep, that's our Cecil.
You know.
Our little chihuahua.
Yeah. Oh, you're such a good boy.
But anyway, then
she comes up.
she hits the ref.
Yeah, tosses him behind
the timekeeper's area.
Yep. Candace is distracting the referee. Tiffy comes up, smacks
Naomi
with the briefcase. Then Nia gets the Annihilator off, pins her 1, 2, 3. Oh. Come here, Cecil's. Oh.
Yep. He's the babies.
Yeah, he'll go, boys.
Then she hits Naomi with the briefcase. Nia wins. Then they're all in the ring. They're holding their hands up. Tiffy helped Nia win. Blah, blah, blah.
Yep. And then Nia gets up on the ropes to do her celebratory BS. Tiffy comes up behind her.
Flap!
With the briefcase in the back. Then kicks and tosses
Candace out.
Yep. Then rolls out of the ring. Bianca comes in, hits Nia with the
KO, the kiss of death.
Yeah, kiss of death. Then she pulls Bianca out of the ring, runs up to the referee, says I'm cashing in, runs into the ring. Nia Jax is already laid out on the ground, barely conscious as it is. And she, as soon as that bell rings, she jumps up on the top.
Does
1, 2, 3.
Does the prettiest moonsault ever?
Yep. It hits Nia Jax with the moonsault. 1, 2, 3. And we have a new champion.
Tiffy time.
Yep. No matter what time zone you have, no matter where in the world you're from, you don't have to adjust your clocks, because it's Tiffy time. Oh, you're such a good boy, C-Skulls.
And like I said, you were really shocked by that.
Oh, yeah.
You thought it was going to happen during a pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah. We're just going to stream until we're done talking about...
and then I'm going to get back on about 8 and grind out some Warframe. So if you play Warframe, you're more than welcome to kind of...
Yeah, but we're just going to talk
jump
about
on. I'm just going to do some farming stuff.
Yeah, we're just talking about Smackdown, probably some of the rumors that I know, CK, you're mainly the one who gets the rumors. Yeah, does my arm taste good, C-Skulls?
May look up all the rumors. I have a few. And it's more about, like, upcoming stuff that they're doing. Yeah, it's really hard for me to stream Warframe right now, so we're trying to find some other games because the waters are so saturated because Destiny is dying.
Yeah. Like
horrible death.
Do you play God of War? Have you ever played God of War? It's a great game. I love it so much. Oh, you're such a cool boy, Sea-Souls. You're so spoiled, though.
But, I lost my spot.
That doesn't take much for you, now, does it?
Oh, then we had... Then after the whole Tiffy thing...
Excuse me.
They did show, like, a behind-the-scenes thing on Raw. Or not Raw.
Oh, fair enough.
They did show a kind of, like, clip of Byron Saxton trying to catch Tiffy as she was, like, walking backstage.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, Tiffy, you want to have a word? And it was on YouTube. You can watch it, like, 38 seconds, I think it is. He goes, Tiffy, can we have a word? She's like, it's Tiffy time. And kept on going. So that was pretty much the whole thing. So
yep.
And like exactly. I said, everybody is talking about Tiffy time.
Oh yeah. I'm just curious how long she's gonna remain champion.
And this is something interesting I found out. And I'm gonna go ahead and massage it here. I got it set for later.
Only Roblox and GTA 5 Xbox. That's fair.
GTA 5. Hold on. Give me the doggy. Give me the doggy. GTA.
Do you know Gray still plays? I don't know if this is... There we go.
GTA, baby.
No.
The only game that tries to kill Gray is you. I'll give him a little bit of props because he is amazing.
Yeah. If you don't know Gray still plays, you should definitely look him up on YouTube. He does a bunch of ridiculous... Okay, great. You already know him. Not today, Satan.
Not or yeet or be yeeted. But yeah, I love Gray. He is
Beautiful disaster.
a masochist, lover of pain.
No. His superpower is pain tolerance.
Anyway, something I'm gonna bring up here and slide it in here. I do have it set for later because it was something I kind of heard and wanted to bring up. Nia's been the champ twice.
Mm-hmm.
Both times she has lost her belt has been due to a cash-in. The first one with Alexa, and now with Tiffy.
Interesting.
She has never truly lost her belt, like in a match. They've almost had to cheat to beat her, I guess. I know Money in the Bank, the briefcase wouldn't really be a cheat, but
yeah, I get you.
It's not really.
Yeah, we try to be. I mean, we like I said, we're just trying to make a group here to hang out, talk about some stuff, have a good time.
If you watch wrestling, you're more than free to jump in and give us your opinion. Because what we really want is some people that maybe you support a character we don't like. Maybe you're a Nia Jax fan. You hate that Tiffy beat Nia. I'm just throwing it out there because that's the big one everybody's talking about. Because I'm gonna tell you what, I was not a Tiffy fan, but Tiffy has really come a long way since NXT. Like I do have to. Only
UFC, so unboxing. That's fair. UFC and boxing.
Thing is, UFC is expensive to watch because as far as I know, that pay-per-views aren't, and then the shows kind of like we've kind of said. I would love to watch UFC stuff, but they're so random.
Yeah.
Like I know it's on like every Friday, or it was on like every Friday.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too. But it's just really, really rough to kind of keep up on it because it.
Yeah, I get you.
Come here, my weasel.
But yeah, then you had the Bloodline versus the OG Bloodline, as I put it, because that's basically what they're.
Yeah. And that was, it was a good match. It was some back and forth.
One thing, and a lot of people are talking, and I'm gonna throw it in here. But a lot of people are really talking about Jacob Fatu.
Mm-hmm.
How he has progressed so well and is so powerful, so great in that ring.
Oh, yeah.
That he doesn't have to have the bloodline.
That's what we were even talking about that last night. Like he could, if he went off on his own, he could be a champion that. Like he is.
People are talking. They're wanting him to flip on Solo.
Yeah,
and I think it's if it doesn't happen soon, it's gonna happen later.
Oh yeah, it has to, because like we said,
But here's the part that's throwing everybody off. Think about this: when he was in the middle of the ring, he went, "I love you," and that's all he said. The crowd chanted "Solo," which means if with the "ooh so." They're starting to finish his catchphrase, which also is a big sign of
popularity.
Getting over.
Yeah, like you said, if he wasn't tied down to Solo Sikoa and all them, he would be a champion like that. Because he is a monster in that ring. Like Corey always says, gifted with all the athleticism a fighter could ever hope for with none of the morals. Like, he is a monster in that ring. He's fast, he's strong, he's athletic as fuck.
Yeah.
He could be a champion in no time at all if he were to go off on his own. He could carve out a path, a legacy for himself. But instead, he's tied down to dumbasses.
Yep. He's tied down to Solo Sikoa.
Fighting other dumbasses.
But yeah, and then I don't know what the whole purpose. I mean, I guess I kind of do, but it didn't affect the match, at least from what I saw. Drew walking down the ramp.
Well, no, it did affect the match in the fact that Jay went out, attacked him, came back to the ring. He still, like, had momentum going, but...
Yeah, I mean, it didn't, like... It didn't affect the match, is what I'm saying. Like, I felt like there was nothing that...
happened because of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It was almost just like, hey, I'm going to go screw with Sammy and Jimmy and Jay and...
Yeah, and then nothing else really came of it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
felt it was very,
Nope.
very pointless.
Yeah, I get
Like,
that.
we could have completely cut that and you wouldn't have missed any story.
Yeah, I get
Exactly.
you. I think it's more just to keep building that rivalry.
Yeah, but like I said, sometimes I think that they try too much
Yeah,
to
definitely.
keep the story going when they could just do little shots here and there.
Yeah, I definitely get
again,
you.
it's like what we've talked about. Do we need, and you even said this last night, we see Drew walking out doing him and Cody at the beginning, and then like hour 2 starts and we do it again.
Yeah, they
And then
literally...
hour 3 starts, we talk about it again. Like, we're all watching the entire show.
Yeah, we're not just joining in halfway through. Like, you don't need to... We're not toddlers, you know? We don't have a 5-minute memory. Like, we don't need to see this thing that happened literally an hour and a half ago.
And
We are-
like with the Kevin Owens and Cody thing, we saw it, every wrestling event for like
2 weeks.
2-3 weeks
Yeah, it was stupid as hell.
for the
but-
Saturday Night main event. I mean, come on, seriously?
Yeah.
Are we really...
Like, no one else got that treatment. It was only Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. It's only been Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens this entire time. Like, is it really that important? I get that he's the world champion and all, but, like... I don't know.
Yeah, and then I did watch a little bit, and there was a little bit that happened
But-
after...
We didn't say...
Oh,
The Bloodline ended up winning
yeah,
because...
Solo pin Jay.
Yeah, because Jay was fighting Jacob Fatu, didn't realize
And Solo had tagged in.
Yeah, so he goes to pin Jacob, and then Solo
Samoan
comes
Spike.
in, Samoan Spike, and then pins him 1, 2, 3. Sammy tries to get into the ring to break the pinfall, but he's like a second too late, so they lose.
And then it ends with the Bloodline in the ring doing their whole little...
Yeah. And once again, I really hope that just like
hold on a sec. Then after it kind of went off the air, you had the crowd all chanting whatever. Solo steps out of the ring, drags Sammy back into the ring, starts beating the hell out of Sammy.
of course he does, because why not?
And Jimmy and Jay kind of get all involved in it. And then Cody comes back down with a chair. Like, I have no clue what that point was.
Why?
Cody comes back down. Tongaloa, not Jacob, the other one. Is it Tongaloa? I always get the two so mixed
It's
up.
Tongaloa and Tamatama, or
I don't remember what one is which.
Yeah.
But the one that was there.
Yeah, they haven't. I mean, then, you know, they're newer.
Oh.
They're like Jimmy and Jay used to be. They haven't had the chance to each define themselves, you know?
But he's in the middle of the ring, and they're like surrounding him in the ring, and all kind of like take turns hitting him with their special moves. Well, I guess they don't take turns because the Usos hit him with the double super kick.
Yeah.
Then he gets the Halula kick, and then he gets the Crossroads, and kind of throw him out of the ring.
Yeah.
And then Cody sits down in the chair in the middle of the ring, and then they all kind of just start talking and thanking the crowd, blah, blah, blah.
Why?
It was just how they ended.
No, I mean, why the hell did Cody Rhodes come down to
I
help
haven't
them?
a clue. Like, that one shocked me.
Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. To me, personally. Why is he... Who, you know, he's supposed to be focusing on Kevin Owens, considering he literally got attacked from behind by Kevin Owens that same night, like 3 hours ago. Why is he coming down to help the Bloodline?
Considering that's what he got in trouble for in the first place.
Yeah.
With KO.
Like, do you not remember the shit?
Are we just gonna sit here and go?
I guess he's just forgiven them and Roman Reigns for all their shit or something. I don't fucking know.
You know what? And go ahead. I'm gonna let you bring it up. What is your biggest problem?
They're both, like, neither option is good.
No, the Roman Reigns.
Oh, where the fuck is he? Because they even brought it up. I think it was, Corey that brought it up. You know, Roman Reigns was a mafia boss with his henchmen. Solo Sikoa is down there in the trenches fighting with his soldiers. And that's true! Roman Reigns hasn't been there since, what? Fucking Survivor Series?
Yeah.
We haven't seen him. He's done a single promotion. That's it. He hasn't been there. He hasn't fought in a single match. It's just been the other three holding the line while he's off getting his dick sucked by
You might have to watch that one a little bit, but okay.
Paul Heyman. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's gonna that will lead us in a whole nother path in a minute.
But yeah, that just peeves me, because they're out here fighting for Roman Reigns, and yet Roman Reigns is nowhere to be seen fighting for them. Just chilling at home, living up the life, I guess. I don't know.
Drinking his whatever it is he drinks.
I don't know, drinking champagne and toasting.
Champagne wishes and caviar dreams.
I guess so, something like that.
If you know what I'm talking about, you know. If you don't, you're not old enough. But I am really upset about this one because I think it could be way better. And this is a rumor, and supposedly it's not set in stone, but it's the path that right now they're laser focused on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at WrestleMania. Excuse me. Seth versus Gunther. Do I think it'd be a good match? Yeah. Do I think it needs to be a match?
No.
No.
Because at Mania, I'm sorry, maybe I'm biased, but I want to see Logan Paul get it handed to him on a silver platter by Gunther.
I'm gonna disagree. Logan Paul doesn't deserve to be at WrestleMania.
But if there's going to be a great stage to just beat the living hell out of him. Oh, and supposedly, and you'll be excited about this, supposedly, for right now, he's going to take a step away from wrestling because he wants to fight Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, of course. Because so he can make more money.
I think that's who I...
The UFC, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
He's going to fight somebody in a fake match so he can make more money. But anyway, that's a whole other thing.
And another one I completely disagree with.
Yeah, my nose is just...
Is supposedly the working plan for Cena is Cody at Mania. Which, like I said, not that it's going to be a bad match, okay? I think it'd be a great match. But John Cena's last match needs to be one for the history books. And there's even some people saying that maybe it should be Orton. Because he did have some stuff with Orton. Orton already is a legend.
Mm-hmm.
And to have the one match that's just it. This is our last battle. Balls to the wall. Everything's on the table.
That could be really cool. I like that.
You know.
I feel like that would make more sense than Cody. Because here's the thing. Cody Rhodes, they're both faces. Like, they're not going to have John Cena come back as a heel for his final hurrah. And they're not going to make...
There's a lot of talk he's not going to be a heel, but he is going to start doing, like...
The Thugonomic. That would... See, that's cool. That's fine.
You're going to have little flashes of it here and there.
I like that. 'Cause like I said, I feel like if they're going to do a final hurrah year, it needs to be a bit of everything that he's ever been to, you know, send it off. Like, the best version of John Cena.
Well...
But...
And this is something I found interesting. Oh, no, I'm not there. Well, I'm there, but not there yet. The Rock is expected to be at Mania. They just don't know in what capacity he's going to be there. If it's going to be a walkout, if it's going to be a match, if it's going to be an interference in a match, whatever. Thinking of The Rock, there is another rumor, and I think I've kind of brought it up before, and they're still talking about it.
That he's gonna come in the Tribal Chief match.
That Paul Heyman is actually on The Rock side and not Solo side, and that's going to be a whole thing that The Rock is going to be the new Tribal Chief.
No.
Because we've gone from bad to worse to really.
Yeah, like, because here's the thing. At
really,
at the very,
I love The Rock. Do not get me wrong. I love The Rock heel. I love The Rock face. This final boss thing is,
like I said,
completely.
You can say a lot of things about Solo Sikoa, but at the very least, he was in the bloodline when Roman was champion. When Roman was the Tribal Chief, he was trained to be the next Tribal Chief. He just took it ahead of schedule. The Rock is an old, fucking retired fart of a man who hasn't been in WWE for years, and suddenly he wants to come back and be like, no, I'm the Tribal Chief. Where the fuck have you been for the last 10 years? Get out. You don't, like...
It is 6 o'clock.
I bet that was real nice on
I'm
everybody.
sorry about that.
That was real nice on everybody here.
It's time for me to kind of unwind and get ready to stream, but
yeah.
We are going to go ahead and jump into 8.
Yeah, but
we do have a little bit more to talk about.
Yeah,
we did kind of start late.
We did, yeah. I really hope it's not The Rock. But, excuse me, unfortunately, I can see that happening. I hope it's not, because that would be stupid. Because who was going to follow The Rock? Who's going to be his bloodline?
All of them?
No! That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard!
That's technically what's supposed to happen.
That would be the... Why would Sami Zayn? Why would the Usos? Why would any of them follow The Rock?
The point I'm making is, technically, this Ula Fala is supposed to unite the bloodline under one bloodline. Technically.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I understand it. Stupidest thing I've ever heard. Well, actually, no. I've heard Logan Paul talk, but that's off subject. What's the next rumor?
Yeah.
Another stupid thing. We have Adam Pearce as the GM of.
That's true too. Yeah.
Who couldn't figure out how to. Like I said, he's good at making matches.
But so is Nick Aldis, and he does it more consistently and better, and actually, protects his superstars.
Yeah.
Like if
there's a better version of Adam Pearce, it's Nick Aldis.
Yeah. Like if the whole shenanigans between Seth Rollins and Big Bronson Reed had happened on SmackDown, Seth Rollins would have just been taken out of there immediately. Or he would have had like 50 bajillion security guards or even wrestlers coming down there and pulling them apart. Anyway, I'm getting off subject.
Here's a little interesting tidbit that I learned that Raw is already saying for Netflix. They're not tied to a time.
Oh, like a time slot? Mm-hmm. That makes sense, actually.
What it will be is... Again, it will be aired live wherever it's at in the world.
Mm-hmm.
There might be times Raw is at
2 o'clock for us.
2 o'clock, yeah, for us. There might be times, and also they're not matched at 3 hours. That there might be times they're given a little bit of a leeway to go 20 minutes over. So there's not you have a 3-hour slot. That's all you get. Otherwise, we're cutting. So how sometimes we get cut and we don't always see
like last night with them pulling Sammy back in the ring.
They're going to be allowed to that's going to be a dark match kind of type stuff that probably still happen. But like with the stories, if the match would run over or they would want to throw like a little extra thing in, whatever, They got a little bit of a window to
Yeah, they can finagle with it. Yeah. That just gives them more time to play with things. I like that. I really like that.
And something you have said multiple times. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hand you that. What is that last line right there?
Oh, yeah. With both of them being 3 hours, you have more time. Because we were even talking about it before. Like, with the Andrade thing, for example. How it was just shoved in there. And that's because they just didn't have the time for him to come down to the ring to do what he wanted to do. So they just had to shove a promotion down our throats in the most random way possible. But now that they're both going to 3 hours, and apparently Raw is going to have more than 3 hours, they're going to
say it won't be every week, but
yeah,
if they need to, they have the slot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they will have the ability to use more of the talent that's just been sitting in the background. Like, for example...
Lyra Valkyria is one of that they were talking about. How she's kind of been pushed to the sidelines. She's really talented, but they just don't have...
the time...
a slot for her.
Yeah, like, they have so many other superstars already in rivalries and storylines and yada yada. So now they'll have more time to make more storylines, to extend the length of existing storylines, to do just so much more. Because now they have like 50% more time than they did before. So that'll be really nice, is to see what they can do with 3 hours. Because Raw used to be 3 hours. It's only been 2 hours for like a few weeks or 2 months.
About a month, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. But SmackDown going to 3 hours is going to be a complete game changer.
Yeah.
So,
because I think that's something that's always kind of held SmackDown down a little bit. I know that kind of sounds funny, but
yeah,
it's something that's always kind of held them down and made them. Excuse me. How a lot of times you'll hear them say Raw is the flagship, and it is, and it might always be, but SmackDown I don't think has ever had the true.
They haven't had a chance because they've been dealing with 2/3 of the time.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see SmackDown go to 3 hours and what they're going to do with that. Because, I mean, like we said, this one was wonderful.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. Like, rating-wise, at least a good A+.
Oh, yeah. It was really good. But,
and do I think that they can get to S or above?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I mean, like I said, this was their first time doing 3 hours, so just...
I think we're kind of trying to... They are still trying to find their rhythm.
Yeah. I mean, you noticed that, like, a lot of the matches were longer, and that's just because they had more time to play with. So I feel
sometimes I think the longer matches aren't always the best answer either.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But I'm saying they have more time to play with them. Like, they don't... Like, we've had matches that are, like, 10 minutes long, and it just feels like, it was just over like that. Like, nothing really happened.
But here's what I'm saying. If it progresses the story... I don't care if it's a 10-minute match. I don't care if it's a 5-minute match. I don't care if it's I don't care. I know it's gonna sound weird because I kind of complained about it a little bit last week, but with the R-Truth and Pete Dunne, did it progress the story? Yes. I wanted to get the match. It looked like a great match.
Yeah.
But it progressed the story and it happened.
I 100% agree. I just mean in the sense that whereas before they might have wanted to extend a match, not for the sake of just making it a longer match, but because that's the thing. The matches are also part of the story, So I feel like whether it's an actual like story bit or the story being told within the match, they'll just have more time to play with everything in general.
But here's the thing, too. I don't need a 20-minute match that doesn't progress.
Oh, I understand it. Yeah.
And here, a prime example. And we kind of hit on it before. The Drew thing.
Yeah.
Did it progress the story? Maybe. But
Not
did we really have to have it?
Yeah. No. Yeah, and I 100% agree. Like I said, I 100% agree that we don't need longer matches just for the sake of having longer matches.
Did we have to have Drew come out there and do his little BS?
He didn't even do anything, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
it was more or less just, oh, there's Drew. Hi, Drew.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. We don't need longer matches for the sake of having longer matches.
Like, oh, hey, we got a 45-minute match we can throw right here. Yeah. I don't need a 45-minute match. If you can do it in 20, and get the point across.
Yeah, tell the same story. We don't. The only I just mean it for the sake of they have more story they can do.
Yeah.
Whether it's in the match itself, whether it's just a story thing backstage or out in the ring or even a promotion, whatever. They have more time to play with everything. If they want to make the match longer for the sake of the story, they can. If they want to make an in-ring back and forth bickering match longer for the sake of progressing the story, they can. Or if they just want to shorten the story and then add a new story in somewhere, they can do that too. It's just more time to make more story happen.
And that's 100% what I agree with.
Yeah. So I'm about
to take his phone.
I'm really excited to see what SmackDown's going to do. Because like I said, I feel like, and maybe this is just me being biased because Adam Pearce can't do fucking his job right. But I feel like with SmackDown going up to 3 hours, and obviously Raw is now going to have the advantage of being on Netflix, being able to do more, being able to go for longer.
Well, what did we look? 26. Their contract ends for.
Was it? I felt like it was longer than that.
I thought we looked it up.
We did, but I think it was longer than that. But maybe it wasn't.
26 or 27.
When does SmackDown USA contract end?
No.
Is officially set to return? No.
That was for.
That's Fox.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. We're just trying to figure some stuff out. We're not good at Googling things. SmackDown. They just signed that contract, so it's definitely not just for 2 years. It's probably. How long is it? Five years, so 2029. So it'll be a while, but still, with them having the 3 hours, I feel like I said, Raw is obviously going to have the benefit of being on Netflix, being able to do more, being able to go over if they want to, but I feel like with SmackDown now going to 3 hours, they could become, because you even said, Raw has been the flagship forever because they've had more time to play with, they have more whatever. I feel like SmackDown could maybe elevate themselves above Raw. And I only say that because their talent is just as good, if not better, and Adam Pearce is an infinitely better manager. That's just my opinion. Anyway.
Nick Aldis, you mean?
Yes, I'm bad at names, you know this. Nick Aldis is an infinitely better manager.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to tell you what. There's been a lot of rumors that he wants to return to the ring. I would love to see Nick Aldis return to the ring. But here's my thing.
Don't make Adam Pearce manager of both.
Well, not even necessarily that. We need to find somebody who's going to do just as good as Nick.
We don't need another Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
No.
Please, God, do not give us another Adam Pearce.
No.
Because, that man just lets everybody run
He
wild.
can go do it.
I would love to go and do it.
Fuck yeah. Like I said, theoretically, I am young enough, if I really wanted to, I'm not saying I'm going to, because that would require money and effort and time, but if I really wanted to, I could start training right now to become a WWE superstar.
You might be a little older than what,
No, some WWE superstars didn't start training until their late 20s, early 30s.
That's true.
So,
but some of the ones that have been, well, look, like
you have
these, ones have been there. They're just now hitting 40, and they've had like 20 plus years. In the business. So it's a thing.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I think that's all we got.
I think that's all we got for this stream.
Yeah.
For this stream for SmackDown. We'll be back for the Raw on Tuesday.
Yep.
which is their first one on Netflix. So there's probably going to be quite a bit to talk about on that one.
Mm-hmm. And like we said, it's basically just a pay-per-view. So.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff that's supposed to be showing.
Oh yeah.
So it's definitely going to be.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be a big deal. But I think
be a lot more to talk about, a lot more to.
Because they're basically hyping up to be almost pay-per-view level.
Yeah.
But
we're getting a lot of surprises. We're getting a lot of
big ticket matches.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I think that's about it. If you're here watching us on Twitch, give us a follow. If you want to see anything we've done in the past, anything we do in the future, go and join us. Or go subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to chat with us, hit us up in the Discord. Talk about WWE, video games, comics, anime, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, between the three of us, we pretty much all kind of have something we talk about.
Yeah.
And probably know more than we probably should.
Yeah, exactly.
If we got any, if we got, all I'm saying is if we got any Ben 10 fans out there, hit me up. But aside from that, I think we're good to go.
CK, Tafari, Knight Rider.
See ya.